Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is something that is extremely serious. But first, if you will please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. DHS has put out a summary, if you will, of the threat to the United States. And I'm going to read it to you, okay? And then I'm going to share with you a video that was put out of a United States Army soldier and his warning to all of us. But first, let's talk about the summary. The summary says this: the ongoing Iran conflict is causing a heightened threat environment in the United States. Low-level cyber attacks against U.S. networks by pro-Iranian hacktivists are likely, and cyber actors affiliated with the Iranian government may conduct attacks against U.S. networks. So, in my opinion, this could mean anything from our banking institutions to our credit cards, to the intranet, to anything like apps, okay? If you play video games, anything like that, okay? That's how I am taking this, all right? Iran also has a long-standing commitment to target U.S. government officials. And it views as responsible for the demise of an Iranian militant commander who was taken out in January of 2020. And I'm guessing that this is Soleimani, okay? I'm not really sure, though. The likelihood of violent extremists in the homeland independently mobilizing to violence in response to the conflict would likely increase if Iranian leadership issued a religious ruling calling for retaliatory violence against targets in the homeland. I am going to just take a shot in the dark here and say this, okay? With their history, they always use a religious ruling for every single violent target, act, everything that they've ever done to hurt someone or something. They always use it, say, well, it's due to religious reasons. So I'm going to say, yeah, that they're going to say, well, it's because of this and it's for religious reasons, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, okay? Multiple recent homeland terrorist attacks have been motivated by anti-Semitic or anti-Israel sentiment, and the ongoing Israel-Iran conflict could contribute to U.S.-based individuals plotting additional attacks. Now, as you know, they have hit our military bases that are in the Middle East already, okay? So with that being said, I want you to please heed this warning, because I'm not done reading what DHS has to put out. I want you to please heed this warning and please prepare, because we do not know as of right now if they are going to do anything here on our homeland. Were the sleeper cells activated? Yes, I believe that they were, okay? So let me get back to this. So the duration of this, it was issued yesterday, okay, June 22nd. It expires September 22nd, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So here is additional information for you. The Iranian government has publicly condemned direct U.S. involvement in this conflict, and we all know this, okay? I had spoken about this, and I had even said that if we were to get involved, okay, we are going to see them try to come at us in some kind of way. And then it goes on to say that both hacktivist and Iranian government affiliate actors routinely target poor secured U.S. networks and intranet connected devices for disruptive cyber attacks. U.S. law enforcement has disrupted multiple potentially lethal Iranian-backed plots in the United States since 2020. During this time frame, the Iranian government has also successfully targeted critics of its regime who are based in the homeland for lethal attack. If Iranian leadership were to issue a religious ruling calling for retaliatory violence against specific targets in the homeland, it could increase the likelihood that a supporter of the Iranian regime is inspired to commit an act of violence in the homeland. Since the start of this conflict, we have seen media releases by foreign organizations, or FTOs, including Hamas, Lebanese Hezbollah, the Houthis, and the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, among others, some of which have called for violence against U.S. assets and the personnel in the Middle East because of Israel's attack. The conflict could also motivate violent extremists and hate crime perpetrators seeking to attack targets perceived to be Jewish, pro-Israel, or linked to the U.S. government or military in the homeland. So, with that being said, I'm now going to play a video for you, okay? And I want you to listen to every word that this young man has to say. Remember, he's in the Army and he is a soldier.
Hey, I just wanted to get on here and say that, we just did the strikes on Iran. We just entered the war officially, so there's not a lot I'm allowed to say, but just for y'all's loved ones' sake, I hope y'all have some supplies. Like, I hope y'all got some a place to go, so some supplies, and things are gonna start getting crazy. So we've been eating a lot of lobster dinners recently, and if you know, you know. Y'all stay safe out there. This is not to scare anybody. This is just to let y'all know that things are about to get pretty wicked. So stay safe and watch out for each other. Amen.
Now, with what he said, okay, that things are going to become chaotic, okay, and he said, please prepare, okay, and this, how I'm taking it, stock up. Get your pantries done. Fill in your gaps. Okay? If you want to fill your freezers, fill your freezers. Okay? If you wanted to get that purchase in, that you wanted to get in, if you were like, well, I always wanted to buy that water filtration system. There's a link in the description box below for a water filtration system that I feel is better than the Berkey. It's called the ITEAL. Get it. Okay? Their filters are a hell of a lot less than the Berkey filters, and they're always in stock, by the way. So, there's if there's things that you're missing and you said to yourself, I really need to get this because before shit hits the fan, that type of thing, do it now, please. Okay? I want you to heed these warnings because I believe in my honest opinion, shit has hit the fan. Okay? You know, for years, we have prepared with the thought in the back of our minds that it was going to hit the fan. And we look at our pantries and we look at our inventory sheets and say, man, is it ever gonna, you know? Well, guess what? It's finally hit. Okay? And if you've ever thought about the fact that I don't have a way to defend myself, defend my home, okay? Even if you don't think that you are able to buy an arm because maybe you have a past, go to Byrna, BYRNA.com. It's non-lethal, but it'll certainly take somebody's fucking eye out, okay? There are things that have to get done, y'all, and things that have to get done right now, okay? Right now. And I want you to listen to me, and I want you to heed my warnings. Like I said, we've all been stocking up for years. Well, now is the time, isn't it? Now is the time, okay? You have pets. You guys know I've got mine, right? I've got 3 dogs, and we just took in another cat, so we've got 11 cats. Okay? My guys are ready. They are stocked and ready to go. Okay? So, and yes, I still have all of my pressure canned food. Okay? And y'all know that according to LDS, that food is good indefinitely. All right? So, I hope you guys are ready for what is coming. I am not here to push any kind of narrative or to, to push any kind of fear, because that's not who I am. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and just saying what's on my mind. That's all. All right? If you have not ever prepared, please have at least 30 to 60 days worth of non-perishables and water in your home. And I know you're probably thinking, I can't afford to do that. I understand. You can go to food pantries, okay? And I know you're probably not going to want to do this, but there is something now called buy now, pay later, especially with Walmarts. You can do that too, okay? And it's, you could spend a couple $100 and you pay $20 a month and you can get a couple months worth of food, all right? It's like a credit line, okay? I know that's not the best way to go about it, but listen, like I said, it has officially hit the fan. That's it. I just want you guys to be prepared. That's all. All right? I don't want anybody to go hungry, especially if you've got little ones like we have here. Okay? And if you've got pets, please have something for them. Please. Because if you're anything like me, you'll want to feed them before you feed yourself, right? All right, guys, listen, I'm out of here. Okay? You stay safe. You stay positive. you keep prepping, and as always, fear less, and God bless, and pray. Amen. Ciao.